What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new YouTube video. Today, we're going to be talking about 8 different alternatives to Redbubble. If you're scared about getting banned on Redbubble, if you've made some mistakes on Redbubble in the past, you are banned, or even if you're still on Redbubble and you're making money just as I am, let's go ahead and jump into the alternatives. We have to be completely honest with ourselves, and we have to realize that at the end of the day, when we take our designs and we sell them on different platforms, we do not hold the rights to our accounts, and that's just the sad reality. And there's nobody that unfortunately will fix that, and to be honest, they don't have a reason to. The reality is that we have to do the best we can to protect ourselves from a print-on-demand space. There are many people who are watching this who are artists, and the art is their full-time job. They don't survive without it, and it's very, very important. So this video is for everybody who wants to diversify, and we spoke about how important that was yesterday and how important that was last night when I mentioned that video about the truth about Redbubble. And the reality is even though we're doing the best we can to do as well as we can on Redbubble, we never want to take that income for granted that we're making, right? We've passed a certain level on Redbubble to where, you know, we understand the platform. We're making money. We're not struggling. We're doing all these things, but the problem is that what if the carpet gets swept from under us? What if it gets pulled from under us? What's going to happen to us? You know, and that's kind of the best situation. The best scenario is to rely not on one platform, but a myriad of platforms, and eventually our own websites. And we're going to create tutorials about that in the future. But for now, let's go ahead and talk about some alternatives to Redbubble. I'm going to talk slightly about each one. I'll be honest, not every single one of these I knew about. But at least we do know now, and we'll go ahead and tackle these things. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So the first one is going to be Teepublic.com. And like I said, the special ones I'm going to save for later, but Teepublic.com is the first one. So where did I put the link? Here's the link, Teepublic.com. To me, Teepublic reminds me of a Redbubble, just a different style. Definitely less competition. Definitely gets less search traffic. I believe Teepublic is where it is now, is about 7 years prior to what Redbubble is right now. So if you look at Redbubble, what it is right now, and you go back 7 to 8 years in time, that's where Teepublic was. Exactly. So if Teepublic grows in the same pattern that Redbubble does, you're looking at 7 to 8 years from now, maybe even 6 years from now, where it reaches the same heights that Redbubble has reached. If you're the type of person that likes to get prepared early, maybe you should focus on Teepublic and upload as much as you can. Something I will say about Teepublic is they do pay for ads a little bit more than Redbubble. And when I say a little bit more, I'm saying the style that they pay for ads is a little bit general. When you pay for ads using PPC, CPC, basically through Google ads, Google shopping ads, you have the chance to choose what keywords you want to target. I think with the way that they set their kind of designs up is that they're a little more broad with their the way their tagging strategy is set up. And I know it's not like a robot or algorithm. There's like an export feature where you get to export all your products into Google Ads, and there is a system in there that will extract keywords. I think that the keyword manager behind Teepublic is giving more people more opportunity, as opposed to, you know, just saving it for one person or a certain set few of people. Because if you search for certain things, there's a higher likelihood that it's going to end up being Teepublic than it is Redbubble, from the ads perspective. From an organic perspective, Redbubble wins, but I just figured I'd just share this. Redbubble is a mammoth in the industry, and a lot of the times we might liken things to Redbubble, but the reality is when you combine all these other platforms, you could do potentially better, right? And by the way, guys, in no way am I saying, you know, abandon Redbubble. Like, I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm posting every single day on Redbubble, 60 designs per day, every day, and we're making money every day on Redbubble. But what I'm saying is that we need to just create as much income as possible, okay? We're not going to favor one over the other. We're not going to delete our accounts. We're not going to do anything crazy. We're just going to, stay stable, stay calm, and make as much money as we can, right? Once again, I do not recommend you delete your Redbubble account. I mean, there's really no reason to. If you decide that you're going to not upload anymore, don't upload, but just leave your account up. Me personally, I will keep uploading. I love the income that I'm generating from Redbubble. I am having a phenomenal time. I didn't spend all that time learning how to crack the code on Redbubble for no reason. The titles, the tags, the approach, I do it. And so let's go ahead and jump back and continue here. So that's Teepublic, teepublic.com. Okay, so you guys could join, set it up, get going. All right. Society 6. Society 6, I'll be 100% honest with you. I'm not on Society 6 as much as I should have. I'll just go ahead and whip it out right now. I have it on my other computer. I am signed up on Society 6 on my other computer. On this computer, I am not. I do make money off Society 6 every now and then, but not as much as I should have, and I haven't diverted enough attention to it. I think I have maybe like 300 on Society 6, 300 total uploads. So I don't have much, and I do need to upload a lot more. I do love that they have a whole array of different products that you could choose from. I like that they're just not t-shirts or something like that. Like the other competitors that we'll show in a few minutes. But Society 6, there's a lot of money to be made. I just personally haven't jumped after it. But there will be a time for everything. Like I said, if I'm doing well on Teepublic, I'm doing well on Redbubble, I'm doing well on the other platforms that I'm about to mention, Society 6 is just on the list. I don't want to say too much because I feel like I'm not an expert on Society 6 yet. I feel like it's just not me. Like, I just can't talk about it yet. Unless I've actually done something in the trenches, made over 10 grand doing it in a short period of time, I'm not going to talk about it. That's the reality. And so I don't have as much advice to give about Society 6. There are a lot of people on YouTube that do talk about Society 6. I mean, we could just go in here into an incognito tab, go search YouTube and search for Society 6. And you could see here a lot of people, they talk about Society 6, but, it is what it is. I mean, it's just one of the many different platforms out there, okay? Let's go ahead and jump into the next one. We got Cafepress or Cafepress.com. This is an example of Cafepress. I kind of think, for some reason, I don't know why Cafepress reminds me of junior high school. I have no idea. But Cafepress is one of those, I could say, alternatives to Redbubble in a way that it's a little creative. You could upload different things. It does get some traffic. It's not like it's a small website by any means. You could definitely do well on it. I'll say this. I had one of my products get promoted by Cafepress, and it got like something like 27 sales in one day, which is pretty ridiculous, but it's pretty good. I'm not a crazy Cafepress guy. I definitely did well on it, or still do well on it, but Cafepress is one of those things, it's like a hit or miss when you design something. So, is it a good platform? Absolutely, especially if you can, there are certain ways that you can contact Cafepress support, and you can sign up to their licensing program. Now, their licensing program is not public. The reason why I know about this is, technically it is, but the reason why I know about this is because I have a friend that actually did this. They messaged Cafepress and they said, hey, I want to work with XYZ company, and I'm not going to list the company. They're a basketball team, and I want to make designs for them. Please form this agreement, etc. And they actually reached out to the NBA and got an agreement and started doing work with them there. I haven't talked to that guy in a while, though, who did that, but, I took the same approach. And we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm sitting back, waiting back on their reply. But, who knows what will happen? Who knows, what results will come out of it. But Cafepress is a decent platform. Like I said, it's kind of hit or miss. I'll be 100% honest with you. There's some designs that I'll get that won't get a single visitor. Not a single one. But then I have other ones that are hits. So, and obviously it's kind of hard to, pay attention to all platforms at once. There are certain places where you can, automate on multiple platforms at once, and they're updating it, POD Connect, Merchant Informer, etc. But, Cafepress is on the list. let's go ahead and go to the next one, Zazzle.com. So Zazzle.com, I don't even know if I pulled up a link here. I don't want to show my main account, so I'll just log in here. I like Zazzle. I really like Zazzle.com. Zazzle.com is a little bit hard to understand at first. Once you get the hang of it, it's, smooth sailing, just like anything else. But I've really, really noticed this with Zazzle up front. I struggled for the first 3 months on Zazzle. I struggled a lot. After those 3 months, I kind of understood what was going on. And about 90 days later, I think like 94 days, 92 days, whatever the number was, I made 10 grand in total. I became a level 3 seller. So if you guys are familiar with the different levels, there's level 1, level 2, level 3. I think level 3 is if you make, I think it's like between 1,000 and 5,000 a month per account. So I am a level 3 seller. And I'm not, when I say per account, I'm saying like per email account. I'm not talking about per store, because inside Zazzle you're allowed to create multiple stores. That's just, I don't know if you guys know that or not, but you are allowed to do that. I love Zazzle. Okay, I think it's initially hard, like in the beginning, to keep away all the copycats, all the people that essentially don't belong there, and can't come up with their own work. But yes, I really, really like Zazzle. In fact, I'm coming out with a Zazzle tagging course really, really soon. To learn how to tag on Zazzle properly, because that is out of all the different things that you could do on Zazzle, that is by far the most important. As opposed to Redbubble, your titles matter, your tags matter, your image matters. With Zazzle, it's slightly different because you get to customize certain things. Assuming that the person who's the designer knows what they're doing, you get to, Essentially, I don't want to say it's a cheat code, but there are ways around making money on Zazzle. I'll just keep it at that. I don't want to talk too much on it, but just know that when you're as a designer on Zazzle, you get to create products that get customized by other designers and other people, that they could do that. So a lot of people worry about copy issues and things like that. At the end of the day, there's going to be a lot of issues on every platform. But I think Zazzle does a good job of going through the verification process when they verify every single design. So that's kind of good, right? The next one, Threadless. Okay, Threadless.com. Did I open up a link? I don't think I did. I'll just go ahead and open up one here. So let's go ahead and type it in, Threadless.com. Let's go ahead and pull it up. Threadless.com, I look at this website like a hybrid between Teepublic and Redbubble. The reason why is because it has that fun, young vibe to it, but it also has that same organization that Teepublic has. With that being said, I've heard some positive reports about Threadless. I've heard some terrible reports. I don't know, but I feel like the behind the scenes is very, very similar. The algorithmic perspective, everything, just even the designing perspective behind it. It just looks similar. It feels similar. Maybe somebody can inform me on why that is. But, to me, it just feels identical. Now, with Threadless, Threadless is interesting because they work they work very, very heavily off of a favoriting system, right? So, and what I've noticed is the speed that things get favorited at, and the amount, the sheer amount or the sheer quantity. And what I mean by that is, the more favorites you get, the more the bigger chance you get to be seen on whatever you call it, Threadless here. I can't say the same for other platforms. Even though Redbubble does have a favoriting system, that is just one of the parts of the algorithm. What I've seen with Threadless is I've seen tremendous results when my work gets favorited. It's almost like my work gets favorited, I make more money. That's kind of how it is for me. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but some people can't experience the same. Now, something that I will say is, if you are a seller on Threadless, you're kind of forced to be creative, right? There's less toleration for spam, for garbage, for unattractive designs, things that aren't different. Like, look at this design here. What is this called? A mandala? I have no idea. Why is it called the Mystical Hand of Fatima? I have no idea. I thought Fatima was a Catholic story. But anyways, regardless, there's a little more customization, creativity, things like that on Threadless than there is on other platforms. What I will say is that if you create a design on Redbubble and you're a true, honest designer, you don't copycat, you don't do anything crazy, you could take those designs, put it on Teepublic, and put it on Threadless. I would change up the order of how I would do it, but because at least what I've noticed is that Teepublic can sometimes get rid of your account and get rid of who you are if they see that design go on other websites. Even though they have strictly written in their rules that they allow you to do that, something that you might want to be aware of is just the order of how you upload things. But that will be for a different time and a different video, and that's Threadless. So next one, Tfury. So Tfury is another platform. I've hopped on Tfury. I actually really, really like it. Like, I know that, we don't want to go crazy with all these different kind of platforms, but Tfury is actually really fun to upload on. And I kind of feel like if there was one platform that was designed for artists, I feel like this would be it. And the reason why I say is because it's really like an artistic platform, like a graphic design artistic platform. All the designs that you see here that get attention, get things like that, are heavily designed. They're very good at designing. I feel like this is the platform that Redbubble should have been when I look at this. I'm not saying that you'll make a ton of money on this. The platform, Tfury, is a little bit smaller, significantly smaller than Redbubble is, but it's still a good platform. So if you're interested, take a look at Tfury. I don't want to talk too much about it yet because I do want to put out a progress report on it eventually, so we'll just leave that where it is. The next one, Teespring or Spring.com. Now, I know when I said this, a lot of people went haywire. I'll be honest, I don't upload to Teespring.com. I used to. I have nothing against the company. I know a lot of people do have stuff against the company, and they do not like the company whatsoever. But I figured I'd just put it out there. To me, it's not much of an artist platform. I feel like it's just a spam platform. Even for you to get your stuff publicly seen is different now. It's just, I'm not the biggest fan of Teespring, to be 100% honest with you. Out of all these platforms, I'd probably upload to Teespring last if I did upload to them. I don't upload to them, I'll be honest. I'm just putting it out there. If you want to join Teespring and make a lot of money, go ahead and do that. I'm not saying it's a bad platform. Like, you can make lots of money on Teespring if you devote time, effort, and energy, just like any other platform. The thing is like, for me, I look at where companies are heading and where they're going. And for me, what I saw with Teespring is maybe they're in a limbo phase right now. Maybe I might come back to them after a year, 2 years, 3 years. I just feel like they have a lot going on right now that they just need to settle and get fixed and just get better at before I could really jump headfirst into them. And I'll just keep it at that. I don't want to, badmouth anybody. And at the end of the day, all these companies deserve a blessing from God because they're providing people business opportunities. And at the end of the day, that's what I'm a believer in. I'm a believer that all these companies are great because they give us, the people, a chance to make money. And at the end of the day, how many companies do that? How many opportunities do that? The answer is not that much. So God bless all these companies. You know what I'm saying? Great companies, but Teespring or Spring is something I won't be uploading on currently. Next one, Inprint.com. So I did not know about this. There was a girl. What's her name? Oh, man, I keep forgetting her name. The YouTube girl. Let me go ahead and check her out. Let me just show you guys, because I do want to give her credit that she deserves. This is, I believe her name is May Ario or something. Yep, this is her. Okay, here we go. This is the girl. Check her out. Subscribe to her channel. She's got 12.3k subs. She's the one who talked about Inprint. I had no idea what it was before then. Inprint 2020, getting accepted into Inprint. I haven't watched too many of her videos. The video that really caught my attention was the closing the Redbubble shop. But Inprint.com is what I found out about her through her. I watched her channel and I saw it and I said, wow, that's pretty interesting. There's a platform called Inprint. Now, mind you, I didn't know about Inprint. I created an account yesterday. So we're sitting back waiting on that. Now, it seems like a smaller platform to me, but at the end of the day, it is a platform. And I figured I'd create an account. Even if I'm not going to upload, I figured I'd just create an account and get it done. So shout out to everybody watching. Shout out to May. I think that's her name. May? Did I forget that? I don't know. But, she did a great job with her channel. A lot of people watching, and she helps out a lot of people. So shout out to her. But, yeah, that's all I got to say for this video. These are the alternatives to Redbubble. All right? I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out. Bye.